As I like to say, when you're playful, you're connected to your inner child. And when you're immature, you're connected to your inner brat. Hi and welcome in my head, but more importantly, welcome in the self-awareness journey, the one and only key that you need. Grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's talk about how to cut our own BS, to evolve, reach our full potential, fulfill our missions on earth, and finally get out of our own way. If you like what you're watching, please join us and subscribe. I also make art, as you can see, so don't hesitate to follow me on Instagram as well. You can find me on Instagram at thisisayale. Back to the video. I really wanted to address being playful vs being immature. I really wanted to address this and do a little versus to bring more clarity about the differences between being a playful person in general and being actually emotionally immature. Because it's something I've seen a lot, especially in relationships. How many times I've heard that's who I am, that's how I am. I'm a very playful person, and more with this global awakening, more and more people think they are being connected to their inner child when they have certain behaviors, very annoying, where really it's more immaturity. This is a very common mistake. It's gonna be a rather short video where I'm gonna share with you my insights of the difference between the two. So let's start. First of all, the very first thing that we need to understand when we talk about being playful versus being immature, the big difference between the two is that when you're playful, you're actually connected to your heart. When you're immature, you're connected to your ego. That's the biggest difference. The heart vs the ego. When you're playful, you're listening to your heart. When you're immature, you're led by your ego. So let's start with being playful. When you're playful, you're actually connected to your inner child. You like to play. You like to explore. You can be very easily attracted to park attractions. If you see a swing, you're gonna go and play. Kids' activities are actually fun for you too. If you see a ball on the street, you might actually go and hit it. You're very spontaneous and play easily because you're connected to your inner child, that spirit of exploring things. When you're connected to your inner child, you're actually connected to the elements, to the world, and you feel the need to go towards it because your soul is speaking through it. The inner child is really our essence, and when you're connected to it, you feel like connecting to the world, to the elements, the water, animals, and others. You're actually very present and can see the beauty easily in things. When you're connected to your inner child, when you're being playful, it's actually selfless. It's a selfless behavior because it's not about you. You're just being very present and you want to connect to the world around you. And you can help doing that. So it's going to make you a very spontaneous type of person, a person that easily finds fun around you. Very easily. And I love people like that. And we all have that inside of us. Now, when you're led by your ego, when you're being a little brat, you're actually very self-centered, and the decisions that you make are self-centered. You are tuned with the ego. When we are being immature, we have a behavior that is very self-centered, and that tends to be disrespectful to others. There is a lack of consideration for your environment. I would really say that the inner brat, what I like to call the inner brat, is actually the shadow part of your younger self. And this shadow part often lacks boundaries. It doesn't understand boundaries with themselves and with others. So what does it look like in relationships? When you're being immature, it's gonna look like not being able to know when to stop. You struggle understanding the importance of boundaries. You know, that situation where this person is just playing and being annoying, and you're telling them to stop and they just don't stop. They think they are being playful, they think it's fun, and so they won't stop, and they don't realize they are being very disrespectful, they are being annoying, hurtful even. And I often heard, that's how I am, I'm very playful, I'm a very playful person. You don't understand boundaries. When a person is immature in relationship, they tend to be selfish. They tend to make things about themselves. And they have the wrong programming to believe that everything is a game. Everything is a game. Not only everything's a game, but there is a winner and there is actually a loser. And they have to win every time. And that's when you find yourself in a situation where, so a common example is people, in my experience, men that couldn't help perceiving interaction with women as a game, something they had to win, like flirting and trying to do everything they can to get that girl at all costs. It turned into a game. That's actually not funny at all. Or people in relationships that are considered players usually are people that cannot realize that the relationship itself, it's not a game. They like this catch me if you can type of dynamic that is so toxic. Well, that's not being playful. That's being stuck in a wrong programming that relationships are a game, that everything's a game. That's deeply immature. Now, what does it look like to be playful in a relationship? Well, a playful person in a relationship is going to be very spontaneous. It's a kind of person that can easily surprise people, surprise their friends with activities or gifts that they know they're going to like a surprise trip somewhere with their partner or friends. They can have an idea and want to jump on a plane and book a trip last minute, for example. They easily see the beauty and the fun in the little things in life. They usually don't take themselves too seriously. They are aware that one of the most important points about this life is to actually enjoy yourself and enjoy this experience. And so they are very connected to the present moment and can easily find joy in the little things. You can be playful and very mature. It's totally possible. You can love to play, be very outgoing and playful and still respect other people's boundaries. In a nutshell, I would say that when you're playful, you like to play in general and with others, with the world. And when you're being immature, you like to play with other people, like their toys, like their objects, like their puppets. It stems from control in the end because it stems from the ego. And a game is no longer a game if there's only one person playing. So I hope this brought you some clarity about big difference between being a playful person and actually having a disrespectful or immature behavior. In a nutshell, just keep in mind that you are responsible for your emotions, your desires, and your needs. You can't impose them to other people or expect other people to take care of it. I wish you to be more connected to your inner child than your inner brat. I will leave you there. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.